Oh yeah, buy a kitty, get a kitty. Or a puppy. Puppies are cool. Not a hamster though, those are dumb. Shout out New Wavy, crew in Lafayette.
Bored in a motherfucker in the house, bored and I'm bored in a motherfucker in the house, bored. Bored in the house, bored in the house, bored.
Oh! Welcome back to the channel, I'm here to give you guys some quarantine tips because we're all stuck inside and we need stuff to do. So what better way to do something than to make this video, right? I guess, yeah. Oh! The first tip that I have for you guys on my list is to find your weakness. Start to develop that and turn it into a strength. Inward stilts are my complete weakness, and I really struggle with these. I don't even know how to pull it up the right way. I pull it up to where it comes straight up like this. I don't pull it to go inward this way. I just have a lot of weird techniques that I do things, but it seems to get the job done. But I would like to try and develop that and turn that into a strength. So try to play Kendama, figure out what move or what trick or what stall or what balance is your weakness. It used to be inward lunar for me, and now this has turned into one of my favorite tricks to do. And that's because I just started cranking and really trying to develop that and just film only those kinds of tricks. So find your weakness, try to develop it into a strength, and that's a good way to stay busy. Another great tip that I have is while you're jamming Kendama is to listen to some new music that you wouldn't normally. So some new artist or a new type of genre that you don't normally listen to. The best idea is to try and go and just find a playlist on Spotify or Apple Music and just shuffle it and let it go and start playing and see if you feel the vibe. If you feel the vibe, you know, do you have a chance to like favorite that song or like it and add it to a playlist of your own? But that's a really, you know, that's the easiest way to listen to new music, and jam Kendama is just shuffling through a new playlist that you never heard before. Ooh, I have a couple things on my list that are not Kendama related to try and stay busy during this quarantine time. And one of the things that I have on here is an at-home workout. Now, every other day so far, being in this new apartment, I've been trying to wake up in the morning and go on the yoga mat and just start stretching and just kind of get the blood flowing so that I feel ready for the day, even though we're staying inside, but still makes you feel good, especially if you can warm up and stretch and then play a little bit of Kendama while you're making coffee or getting the Red Bull out of the fridge, whatever you're doing. I've been looking up videos that are at-home workouts, no equipment needed. And there's a lot of great videos that are like 10 to 20 minute long workouts that you can do, different levels of beginner, intermediate, advanced, expert, stuff like that. I mean, it goes from doing just a simple push-up on your knees to there's a guy that's doing a handstand and doing push-ups as he's doing a handstand. Like, I can't do that, but you know, it's a great way to try and keep your body active during this time being stuck inside. A great example besides going on the YouTube is checking out on IG at-home workouts on a hashtag or something like that. But we sponsor this professional skateboarder named Boo Johnson, and he posted this workout video. I think it was like a full body workout routine, but it's all at home. It was at the beginning of this quarantine, and that guy's all about, you know, staying honed body-wise and staying honed on his skateboarding skills, and as well as Kendama. So that's a really good video to kind of check out if you want to like try and push yourself and push your body to a different limit. One thing that I have on here that I need to do a lot more of is cooking food. And thank God that I signed up for this thing called Hello Fresh, which kind of brings you all the ingredients to your door and has like a recipe sheet for you to follow. Now that has been awesome and killer, and that's been a cool way to try and figure out how to cook, because I don't know shit about cooking. What I suggest is if your parents make you food, they might not go for it. But if your parents are always making your food, try to ask them if you can cook them dinner for one night and see how that goes. Or just do it with them and have them teach you, because what better way to try and bond with your family than right now if you are able to be with them. We can take this one back to the old days. Coloring. Yeah, coloring. If you have colored pencils, or even if you just have a pen and a piece of paper, just start doodling, or just, you know, randomly draw little kendamas or little hearts or little whatever, because I can't draw anything except for a little guy mowing the lawn, and for some reason I draw it all the time, and it's like a shitty stick figure, but I do it all the time. I used to sign my receipts at the restaurants like this, and then it took too long, so I stopped doing that. Yeah, coloring is also a really good one, and a good way to show your autistic side. What was that? Shout out to Sweets Kendamas for being like the best sponsor ever, and for coming out with some type of challenge that can keep us kendama players busy, like the Honed at Home challenge, which is very similar to the 28 Tricks Later challenge that we do in February every year, originally created by C. Frazier. Good on you. With the Honed at Home challenge, it's a really cool and unique way for you to get ideas on how to do different tricks or post different things that you wouldn't normally, and kind of branch out and get creative, because I feel like during this time we really need to focus on just trying to be as creative as possible, whether that's being creative staying busy or just being creative in general. I think that it's important. So I really like the Honed at Home challenge. So we're almost halfway through, and as you've probably already seen, you've seen some Kendama pros sponsored by Sweets Kendamas specifically posting a bunch of these days on their own pages, and that's because we have a sign-up sheet, and a bunch of us signed up for multiple days to do these challenges. And so I signed up for 2. I already posted one of them, and as far as the second one that I'm doing, it's just called an apple a day, and I think it's on the 15th, but that's all it says. So that's a chance for me to be able to be creative and either take a video of me biting into an apple, or posting a trick with an apple and like stabbing it with a spike or something. I don't know, but like I said, this is a really great, unique way to keep yourself busy, especially with kendama, and think of some new ideas that you wouldn't already. One of the tips I was gonna say is to buy a cat or a dog, a kitten or a puppy. Try to get them as a kitten or a puppy. Oh, she looks mad. But kitties are super fun to have in the house. So I recommend either buying a little kitty or convincing your parents to get you a little puppy, because that'll keep you entertained for hours. Right, kitty? Okay. Another random one that I have on here is to do like Pong trick shots. And that's just pretty self-explanatory. Just set up a red cup with a little bit of water in it and find a Pong ball and just go for the craziest, most ridiculous shot that you can do, because, I mean, why not? You have the time to do it. The last tip that I have for you guys is to start a new phone memo. For me, it's better to just write something down into a journal. So I have this, and it's like sick because it's got these gold pages, so it already makes you feel dope. But at the end of your nights, put in 3 things that you want to accomplish for the next day. It sounds really weird, but one of the things that you can put on there that'll keep you on track is wake up. And if you go and put wake up on there, you're already looking at the other 2 things that you want to accomplish throughout your day. And that's a really weird mind trick to keep you focused and ready to accomplish those other 2 tasks that you have on your list. This is a really good thing to apply to kendama as well, because you can put in 3 tricks or 3 concepts that you want to try to land that day, and don't mark those off until you've done them either 3 times that day, or if it's a really hard trick, then just once. But that's it for me for these tips to try and stay busy during this time. We're in really weird and scary times, and not being able to go out and just hang out with your friends at a park or no more than 10 people right now feels so weird and so foreign. But we got to do it, and we got to try and stay safe. So that's why I try to make these little tips for you to try and stay busy, so that we can just help each other stay alive and get through this thing. Super quick shout out to all the healthcare workers, pretty much risking their lives just to make sure that we're safe, and trying to do their best to keep as many people as they can alive during this, because we're all being affected, but they're putting themselves at risk and super danger. So appreciate all the health workers doing their thing, staying out on the front lines of this invisible enemy. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Much love.